It's going to be immensely difficult. I think the exclusive footage that you've managed to obtain here does, as you say, show that Priti Patel appears to be serious, at least in trying to implement this turn-back policy in a limited fashion, at least. And it's going to be in a limited fashion because they know that they can't turn all of these very flimsy boats back. They are saying that they're going to target the bigger vessels, the ones that are more rigid, inflatable vessels. But again, you've been out in the Channel many times. They are in the minority. The vast majority of the vessels that are coming across are pretty flimsy in nature. They're absolutely packed to the gunwales. And any border force officer on board one of those cutters or other border force vessel looking at that is going to be a pretty brave officer if he decides that he's going to intervene and try and turn that round. You can see from the footage, though, that you were showing what the tactics are likely to be.
Yes.
The jet skis there, almost shepherding, if they can, the vessels to turn around and go back. But if you've got a number of passengers on board these flimsy vessels whose goal is to reach British waters, determined not to do that, then it's going to be very difficult. And also, I think the thing to add here is it doesn't take a genius to know exactly what the people traffickers, those criminal networks, are going to do. They're nothing if not adaptable. They're just going to make sure that every vessel they put into the Channel is as flimsy as can be and packed to the gunwale so that no border force officer is ever going to...
Well, many of them now are these new purpose-built 11-metre, 36-foot boats. They've got plywood bottoms that have been literally glued in. I mean, they fall to pieces shortly after they hit the Kent beaches. So, yeah, there is a very, very huge practical problem. And also, the boats are now taking off from as far down the coast as Le Touquet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not that I'm a great fan of the French Member of Parliament for Calais, but the point that there is a very, very large coastline is true. So, Mark, what happens next? Because she is under massive political pressure. She's unlikely to survive unless she does something.
Yeah, I think they will probably go ahead with trying this on some of those sturdier vessels.
Yeah.
But as I say, you get the criminal gangs adapting their tactics. So the vessels that go out there will be the flimsy ones. They want to make sure, obviously, that those that are paying them the money get into British waters and are picked up as well. And, of course, if there is a tragedy, well, it's going to be very, very difficult for Priti Patel there. We should add as well, the French, you say you've clearly no love for the French member in Calais. But there is an onus on them. They're getting £54 million, of course.
Another 54 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they also have a duty to protect life. Now, people are leaving their shores to embark on a very dangerous journey. It shouldn't just take money from the British government
they should be doing it
for
anyway.
them to act.
No,
it's absolutely in their interest
Mark,
to do that.
I've been running this story for a very long time, trying to wake up the British press. We're going to speak a lot more.